Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Cletus Cassidy Show. Already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
And action. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be in the building with you all today. Lots of stuff to talk about today. Really quickly, we're gonna get in here. We may even have a pop in from Pastor Shy. His job be tripping. Like, they be wanting him to work at his job, and I don't understand what that's about. I think that's just completely and totally ridiculous. I think it's just completely and utterly ridiculous. It's completely and utterly ridiculous. Why would your job want you to come to work and work? It is one of the worst feelings ever, man. I don't think that's what work is for. Don't nobody come to work to do no work. That's not why we are here. We're here to collect a check. That's why people go to work. But nevertheless, always the more. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I'm so very happy to be here with y'all today. We got a lot to discuss on today. And I want to talk about something I was surprised to find out yesterday. I think that this life is still full of surprises. You find out a lot of stuff that you had no idea was happening out here in the world. And I found that out yesterday. Big shout out to my man Snoop Boykins for shocking me with some information on yesterday that I'm going to tell y'all about in just a few minutes. But first and foremost, welcome to See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up every morning to give y'all way too much of my personal business. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it out robbery to come back and watch again, I appreciate you, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and that means so much to me. It makes me feel good on my inward parts. Now, let's get back to what we do on the show. One of the things I do is I speak to everybody that speaks to me. If you are out there in these streets and you speaking, I speaks back. If you are in the streets and you speaking, I speak back. I got people over on Instagram, so whenever you see me looking over that way, maybe if I put the computer there, then I'll just be looking up. I'll be trying to figure out a way to put the other computer right there. So I got 3 screens going. I try to make it so that I don't look crazy in the face, but I don't think that's a possible thing. I think I'm just going to look crazy in the face. I think that's just what I got going on with life. So we're going to discuss some things. Let me start off by giving out the Mythical Morning medals. That's the medals to the first 4 people that speak to me. It started off as 3, but I'm in a giving mood, so I give out that 4th one, the aluminum 4th. So let me go ahead and give all those out this morning. Coming in and earning the aluminum 4th this morning is TT, Tiny, and Tasty. Miss Crystal Pinnell, good morning. In the midst of a power outage, I saw it on Facebook this morning. She's like, hey, we're in the middle of a blackout. Anybody else's power out. And I appreciate your boldness in saying that you pay your bill. That is somebody being bold and letting you know off the top that they pay their electric bill every month. Because if you wake up and you ain't got no electric in your house, and you immediately say the neighborhood's got to be down. If you wake up and you say, hey man, why is the electric out in the whole neighborhood? Then you know something. People that don't pay their electric bill, first thing they do is they worry. They wake up, electric out, they get scared. But you wouldn't check the whole neighborhood. You're like, no, it's got to be a blackout because you pay your bills. I like that. Aluminum 4th goes to TT, Tiny, and Tasty. Silver bronze medal this morning goes to Snoop Boykins. Good morning, sir. Silver goes to Billy D. Williams, and the gold goes to Melissa M. Coulter, who has some kind of alarm set up because as soon as the show comes on, she's there. So I don't know how your algorithm works, but you connected, you in there. So, and I probably lose you next week once school starts, but I understand. Billy D. Williams, good morning. Silver, Snoop, bronze, crystal, aluminum. Also in the Benny Marche, Dolores. What's up, though, Lisa? T Moore. Good morning. Everybody's out there. Good morning over there. Miss Nikki B over there in Instagram land. How you doing, Nikki B? Ms. She's got multiple Z's. Ms. She's like a bumblebee. Ms. Nikki B. Good morning. So excited to see that. Oh no, she said, "Yep, this is it for me." Oh no, but today's Thursday. Do y'all gotta go back to work tomorrow? Oh no, but not on a no. My wife talking about some good morning, husband. What's up with this hippo? I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't know if that's code for something. I don't know what she's talking about. A hippo. I can't tell you what that woman be talking about. She be right here in this house just talking in code. I don't understand it. She's the only one that knows what she's talking about. Oh, okay. So let's get back into what I found out yesterday. I found out something yesterday that I didn't know was going on. And let me let y'all know something. There are things happening in our very community that we don't know are happening, and we really need to get a hold on. There's some things happening out here in this community that I didn't know were happening in the community, and we got to really put our hand on it. We got to put a stop to some of this stuff, and some stuff is happening that we should be be partaking in that we don't even know we're supposed to be partaking in. I called my good friend yesterday, Snoop, just to check on him, send a text message. I think it's the least I could do. That is actually the least you could do is you send out a text message. So I sent out, "What up, Lawrence?" Big shout out to my man DJ Lawrence. Are you DJing tonight, Lawrence? Because if you're not DJing, I'm gonna cancel the whole show. I'm not even gonna do the show tonight if you're not DJing. The last few months I had random DJs, so if I don't have Lawrence, I'm not showing up. Tammy, good morning. I text my friend Snoop, because here's what goes on in my life. I be having so much stuff going on back to back. Sometimes it's hard for me to call because, to be honest, a lot of times when you call people, they don't let you go when you're ready to go. I love the power of a text message. A text message gives you power. The text message ends the conversation right when you want it ended. You can't get caught up on a text message. You send that text message, bam, your thought is out. It don't matter what they do, and they can type forever on the other end. It don't stop you from doing what you got to do. You're not held hostage by a text. You can read it whenever you want to read it. You ain't right there. That text message ends the conversation right when you want to end it. It ends it right there when you want to end it. Phone call, you get on that phone call, they start talking about stuff that you don't want to even talk about. They start talking about all kinds of things. So I don't understand why more people don't use text messages. And that's exactly right, Denzel. You can ignore a text message when you want to ignore it. A text message is going to be answered when I feel like answering it. A phone call locks you in. Text message, whenever I feel like it. So I text my friend Snoop yesterday just to check on him, say hello to him. Know we got some things going on, so I went to go check on him. He told me he was somewhere that I didn't even know existed. I was my flabbers were gasted. My gaskets were flabbered. I was appalled, shocked, because had I known this information, if I had known this information, I would have responded immediately. Immediately. I called my friend yesterday, and I'm going to read back what my friend told me he was doing yesterday, because it shocked me to my core. He said, "What up, bro? Just got back from taking my dad to Piccadilly. Been here with him most of the day." He went to Piccadilly. I was shocked. I had no idea how to respond to such, because I didn't know Piccadilly was still a thing. I had no idea Piccadilly was still in existence. Shocked I was. Amazed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Piccadilly is one of the greatest places in the history of food. It is where old people go. If you don't go to a Piccadilly, there's nothing like a Piccadilly experience. 16,000 plates or on a tray. You got to go through and you literally pick you a dilly. Hamburger, listen, hamburger steaks, liver and onions. Nowhere else in America can you get that combination. Piccadilly is an American dream. Now that he told me it's there, I may go today. I didn't know it was still in existence. I thought Piccadilly was done. I thought we had all picked our last dilly. But no. Still holding strong. What's that one restaurant, the one place that you didn't even know still existed? Oh, it's only going to be old people in there. If you talk about two restaurants that old people keep in business, Piccadilly and Hardee's. You can't tell me anybody under the age of 60 goes to Hardee's. Billy D. Wynn said, I have to tell you, I've never heard of this place. Piccadilly is what they call cafeteria style eating. Cafeteria style eating. You go into Piccadilly, they got all of these options. And it's all old people stuff. It's puddings. It's puddings and liver and onions and baked chickens and all this kind of stuff. There's nothing that young people eat in there. But it's all delicious. And you got to go in and you pick each item as you go down the line. You go down the line, you be like, let me get hamburger steak. Then you move down the line again, but let me get some of them string beans. Then you move down the line again, but let me get some mac and cheese. Then you move down the line again. It's the only place that serves Jell-O. They serve Jell-O. Where else you gonna go and purchase some Jell-O in this day and time? In the year of our Lord 2026, where are you going to find Jell-O? I tell you where, nowhere. Nowhere. When I was going to Winston-Salem State University, we went to Piccadilly all the time. The food was good. It's delicious. Nick's in Chesapeake is a true AARP restaurant. I was the youngest person other than one worker. Let me tell you something about Nick's. I've been there, done it. Great breakfast. If you're looking for an off-the-wall breakfast spot that you're not gonna have to go and get bombarded with people, you ain't gonna worry about a whole lot of folk being in there, Nick's. It is the death row records of restaurants. You gotta go. Chill and us, I go to Hardee's on the regular for breakfast. That Frisco sandwich with fried eggs. You're the only young person, but to be fair, Chandler, you have an old soul. You got an old soul. He said, don't go to Piccadilly's on a Sunday at 1. The line is so long, it's crazy. Because that's when old people, see, you got to understand, that's when old people come out. Old people come outside on Sundays to go to church. They still try to make sure they got somewhere to go in the afterlife. Listen, most old people are super religious because they don't want to risk it. They already know they're running near the end. Time running low. So they might as well go ahead and start going to church, create a little relationship with God so they got somewhere to go later. It's like when people treat their kids well so they can make sure they go to a good nursing home. Old people be like, look here. You know where we headed? The upper room. So they go ahead and they go ahead and they just go ahead and they ain't gonna treat nobody right, but they'll go to church. They'll go to church. Tammy said, I got garlic bread for the rest of the year. You ain't gonna never get no man if you on a garlic bread diet. I'm telling you that right now. You ain't gonna never get no man on no garlic bread diet. That ain't a fair. That ain't it. That ain't it. You have to vary your diet up. Morrison's had a cafeteria back in the day. Morrison's was great. I enjoyed Morrison's. Virginia Diner on 460 is the lowest waiting room. And see, I drive by there all the time, and I always say I'm gonna go inside Virginia Diner, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There's soul food, and then there's Southern cooking. There's soul food, then there's Southern cooking. Soul food is usually done by people with more melanin. Southern cooking, a little lighter. Sometimes they'll have the same kind of recipes. Soul food, string beans with ham or turkey. Southern cooking, string bean casserole. You see, there's a difference. Soul food, salty ham. Southern cooking, sweet ham. Soul food and Southern cooking, two different things. And that's what I get. That's what I think of when I think of Virginia Diner, is Southern cooking. Southern cooking. Now, Chad, and you're gonna have to remind me. Are you talking about Louisiana or Los Angeles? Who still got a sizzler? Now, that's one of the things. Me and my boys, we always say that whenever we play the sports, we'll always be like, we go in the sizzler. If we win the game, we say we go in the sizzler. I didn't know sizzler was still a thing. Who is holding on to sizzler? Is that LA? You say LA. Is that Louisiana or Los Angeles? They had a sizzler in Los Angeles. I don't believe it. You had to send me a picture. I don't believe it. I don't believe it was real. I believe it was a movie set. I don't believe that it's a real thing. See now, Lawrence, here we go. Here we go right here. You are saying that Piccadilly is probably the only place that still sells bread pudding. There's bread pudding other places, because I've gone and had bread pudding other places. But there's soul bread pudding, and then there's Southern. Soul bread pudding gonna have a good layer of frosting on the top of it, all kinds of good stuff. Southern cooking, raisins. That's all they're gonna do. It's just raisins. It's gonna be right dry. Soul food bread pudding, moist, delicious. Southern, dry, raisiny. That's all they're gonna hit you with is raisins. You got to be careful. There's a distinct difference between soul food and Southern cooking. They try to make the same meals. They do. They try their very best to make the same meals. They just don't turn out the same. There is no liver and onions in Southern cooking. They have no idea what that is. You be like, let me get liver and onions. They have no idea what it is. Soul food has a gravy. Just about everything you get in soul food can or does come with gravy. Almost everything. Almost everything you get, gravy. That's soul food. They throw you up. Listen, soul food is what you do on Thanksgiving. Now, I think you people are cannibals that do it. I think y'all are monsters when you do it. You people who on holidays on Thanksgiving, you get your plate and you just put gravy on your entire plate. I think there's a special place in the pit of Hades for y'all. I think that's the nastiest thing ever. I think it's nasty. I personally think it's nasty. I don't know, but soul food comes with gravy. Soul food gravy is just there. You got different types of gravy. Good morning, Michelle. I've never understood. I don't even like my foods to touch. So I don't understand why y'all is out there throwing gravy on the entire plate. That's just ridiculous. Southern meatloaf, soul meatloaf, two different meatloafs. First of all, Southern soul food meatloaf comes from a place of poor. Soul food meatloaf is a poverty meal. If you get meatloaf in soul food, that was made because your mama and them didn't have enough money. That is a poverty meal. You're going to be eating more Ritz crackers, saltines. It's so much filler in soul food meatloaf. First of all, Southern meatloaf be all meaty. Be like, why is all this meat in here? I need more breadcrumbs. I need all of that kind of stuff. They gonna top theirs with barbecue sauce. Soul food meatloaf is topped with ketchup. We ain't no money for no barbecue sauce. You top it with ketchup. Ketchup. I'm sure you have it, Terry. Southern cooking, soul food cooking, two different things. You go to a soul food restaurant, you're going to have parts of the animal that you ain't got no business having. You're going to have the foot of a pig, the tail of a pig, the tail of an ox. You're not going to have all of that over there in Southern cooking. Just not going to have it. I remember growing up, there was a place that had Southern cooking called Po Folks. Po Folks won't like nothing else. Po Folks was very, very them. Billy D. Williams says everybody cooks everything different. And I agree. But Po Folks won't like Morrison's. Po Folks won't like Piccadilly. Po Folks was different. Because to be honest, poverty is racial. Poverty is racial. Black poor, white poor, two different poors. You got different poors. And you just can't help that. Everybody ain't the same poor. Now see, Carlita, now you're lying. So see, this is you trying to be fancier than you really are. You say I've never had meatloaf, but I make a mean turkey loaf. Turkey is meat, and it's in a loaf. So you've had meatloaf. You have had meatloaf. Now I bet y'all eat the butt piece of a meatloaf, but you won't eat the butt piece of bread. But turkey loaf is meatloaf, Carlita. I hate to break that down to you. I hate to have to explain it to you in such vulgar terms. But meat is meat. They slang you that meat, you got it. That meat is turkey meat, but it's meat. Now the only way you're not eating the meatloaf is you make it out of carrots or mushrooms. A loaf ain't nothing but what they make out of bread. You just make that out of the bread. That's just bread, bro. A loaf. You put it all together and it loafs. Now, if you are a person who loafs, that's completely different. That's different when you're a loafer. But a meatloaf ain't nothing but it look like a loaf of bread. Best soul food in New York is Sylvia's in Harlem. I've had Sylvia's. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sylvia's. I found Sylvia's to be delicious. However, I don't trust any soul food from up north. I don't trust any soul food in the north. It just don't work. Just don't work. Now, one of the things that I'm really excited about on these Wednesdays is that we get a chance to have our Relationship Wednesday segment. Brings in what I like to call author, pastor, counselor, so many titles, but he's an amazing guy. It's Wedded Wednesday with my man, Pastor Shy, who helps us with real talk, strong relationships, and kingdom purpose. He's in for a couple of moments. Just let y'all know, we don't talk to each other before the show. We definitely don't video call each other. But the fact that he put on the same color shirt that I have on, this is ridiculous. The fact that we are color schemed up, I don't understand it. What's going on, Pastor Shy?
What's up, man? What's up? It just works out like that sometimes. How you doing today?
I'm good. They got you in the tunnel today, don't they?
Just a little bit, man. Just a little bit.
You in the office got the Izod on, man. Everybody don't know. Everybody don't have the Izod. The Izod. Oh, he left me. The Izod is classic. Everybody don't have the Izod.
Hey, man. Hold on. Let me.
Everybody ain't ready to have a gator.
Okay,
Oh, you sound so much better now.
there we go. What's good, sir? What's good, family?
Man, it's good, man. Long time no talk to, man. I know you've been working hard, diligently, man. He works. You work with the city, right?
I work for the city.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want to tell everybody too much what city, because then people be trying to find you.
What's good, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Give us something today, man. We haven't heard from you, relationship wise, man. And I know you got some stuff, man. Whether it be personal
Well,
relationships.
my, my first question is, did anybody get the book?
Ooh, he put
Uh,
him. He put him on blast. He put him on blast. Did you get the book?
anybody get the book? So I'm waiting on some comments to see. Did anybody
Winning
get?
Together by Shy and Rebecca Richardson is available right now. Did y'all go get the book? All right, they let's just say they didn't get the book. Let's
Okay,
just say that they didn't get the book, and we'll deal with that. Let me ask you a question,
sure.
because I'm in here now. I don't know if you know this or not, man, but I've developed a bad case of wife, and so I've got my wife in the house, and she just does all kinds of stuff. And so there's adjustment periods between when people get married. What do you say? Because I know I won't have you long today. What are 3 keys to winning together? If you say if me and her we want to win, what are 3 keys that you give people to help them win?
So we would say it's in the book. Knowing your spouse, right? I think that's a huge one. Knowing how to fight fair because fights will happen, right? That's another one. And then for me, again, this is not this last one. It's a faith-based one, but it's still whether you are a Christian or not. There's a portion of it that can work for anybody, and that is putting God first. For us, putting God first means there has to be something that's greater than you and your spouse that will still make you be a great spouse, even when the marriage is not working the way you want it to. So we would say those three: knowing your spouse, knowing how to fight fair, and then putting, for me, again, putting God first.
When you say, and we'll touch on all 3 of them just very quickly, man, because I know you got to go make these millions. When you say knowing your spouse, like what are and what are you talking about? Because here's one of the things that I think is counterintuitive, especially when we start talking about relationships from a church centered relationship. A lot of times people don't live together. They don't spend that kind of time together. They're not in the home together. So you don't really know your spouse or meet them until you actually move in with them. And then you realize I don't like the fact that, because my wife is weird with the toilet paper. She's an over person and I'm
Mhm.
an under person. Let's just say that. You don't know that until you get in the fire. So, but what are you saying when you say know your spouse?
Well, what I'm saying is that, and we talked about this last time a little bit. Um, it's really knowing who they are at their core, right?
Okay.
Their belief systems, their way of thinking, right? Their way of communicating. My wife and I often talk about the fact that we come from 2 different upbringings, right? And that began to challenge us because we didn't know. And so I put it as an example. I grew up in a family that argued, right? And I mean, we knew how to argue. Her family didn't argue at all because she didn't know that about me. When I began to argue or we had disagreements, she would take a lot of things personally because she didn't understand that's just the way I was raised. On the same token, I got upset because she wouldn't argue back, right? Because to me, you must not care about me unless you're willing to argue with me. And one of the funniest things is one of the days I realized that she finally got it is when she cussed me out. She cussed me one day, and I was like, the girl loves me. She loves me, right? But it was a matter of not understanding each other. So when we began to talk to each other, we were talking from what we thought we knew instead of understanding this is how that person is. So that's just one area of learning and knowing your spouse. Again, you'll
Yeah,
never.
we don't want to give away too much of the book. Somebody already asked, is it on Audible? So, but what we're not gonna do is let it all be Audible right here. You should let me do the Audible. If y'all do the Audible, you should be like, let me narrate it.
Audible for the holidays, Christmas holidays. We're looking to drop an Audible book.
Yeah, no, I got time. I can go in and record it, man. I don't have to be too southern when I record. I can go in there, and then the marriage excelled once he realized that she was truly the love of his life. See that? See, I can go different voices. Different voices.
Yes, sir.
So part 2 was learn how to fight fair.
Right. And so that leads into what I was talking about just a minute ago. Um, it's learning how to say things that you won't later regret that you said them. Right. A lot of times when people fight, we're using words to win, not to understand or to be understood, right? And so, in order to fight fair, you have to learn how to stay away from certain words. And one of the words or phrases is "you never," right? You never do anything. Hold on a second now. Never, never, never.
Never's a strong. Hey, listen. Why do we say never when we know it ain't right? Because to never say never, you got to say never twice. Never is strong. Because the one time that I did, that now negates your never.
And then, in order to fight fair, remember that you're disagreeing with somebody that you said I do to, right? And so why would you want to destroy somebody that you say you love? And so it's not that you won't disagree, but fighting fair is never doing so much damage that it becomes unable to reconcile.
Nice. And now the third one, and I'm a throw. You said putting God first.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: do you believe two people of different belief systems can make it?
You can make it, right? Statistics show that. Um, but there's a difference when you believe the same way, right? Because if you are, let's say, uh, one spouse is Islamic and the wife is Christian, there may be some core beliefs of how they see each other, the roles that they play, that may end up bringing conflict because you have two different sets of belief systems. I believe that it works better if you both are believing the same, because now there's not another situation that can bring division into your family. But it can work. I mean, people do it all the time. So I'm not one of these guys that says unless you guys both believe the same or believe it all, that you can have a great marriage. Statistics show that that's not the truth, because there's a lot of people in church that marriages are not making it.
And they both go to the same church, sit on
Okay.
the same row, same pastor, and then can't stand each other. You sitting there every prayer, just be like, Lord, if you could just take her, if you could just take, you could just take her. Man, listen, three strong points. Winning Together by Pastor Shy and Rebecca Richardson is available now on all outlets. You can go everywhere that you go and get books. We gotta get this thing on the New York top seller list. Are we there yet?
No, we're not there yet, Doc. Listen, I just asked anybody who got the book, and I didn't get one yes. So
I think the keyboards froze.
yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't that they didn't get the book. It was just that the keyboards had kind of froze up a little bit.
Well, and listen, one of the things I want to share too is that for us, this book, what we love about it is that you can read it all the way through, or you can read a section that really responds to what you're dealing with at the time. We were also mindful of writing something that just wasn't hot for the moment, right? We believe these principles are lifelong principles, whether you've been married 2 weeks or 20 years. I was going to say 200 years, but if you've been married 200 years, we got to have a conversation. But wherever you are, however long you've been married, I promise you, you can find something within this book that will enhance where you already are.
There go Methuselah reading your book again. Methuselah out there just doing stuff. Listen, I don't know what it is, man. We got to figure out that, ain't nobody living for 200 years except probably Trump. I don't know how he keeps making it, man. They take everybody else. They took Dolly Parton. Ain't nobody said nothing about Dolly. Dolly ain't bothered nobody. You went and took Dolly Parton on up out of here.
I got a question for you, Cleese, before I leave. Have you talked about this Outback situation?
Outback?
You haven't heard about that?
I ain't heard about Outback. I had another situation. I was gonna talk about Target later on in the show, but I ain't heard about Outback. What is Outback out here doing?
Whole Facebook page of, I think she has a researcher of a huge group of employees that work for Outback. And in the page, they've been talking about how they've been targeting Black customers by spitting in their food
Oh, I did see that. I don't know if that one is true or not. I gotta, so much stuff goes through the internet and it sounds good. Somebody makes it up. I did see that, and I didn't even, I saw it. I didn't pay attention to it because they were like, yeah, the servers are going in the back spitting the food. They're like, we hope you enjoy your meal at Outback. Then see, and us said I thought it was Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, it was Texas Roadhouse. See, that's why you got to get your facts together. It was Texas Roadhouse.
See, you out here blaming Outback. People is out here getting mad at them.
Out to call me Outback. I'm sorry, it was Texas Roadhouse. It was. I knew it had something to do with steak.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If they spit in them rolls, that's some delicious spit. I ain't gonna lie to you. If they back there spitting in them Texas Roadhouse rolls, you throw a little honey butter on them, you don't even notice it. You know.
Sir.
Yeah, Carlita saying the same thing, Texas Roadhouse. And I think that I think that's the risk. But isn't that the risk we all take every time you go out to eat, though?
You do. That is one of the reasons I pray hard over my food. But you absolutely do take that risk every time you go out. But it was just one of those things. I said I wonder what Cletus has to say about this because I love the perspective on that.
Because first of all, that's never happened in that Piccadilly. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You'll never see that happen in Piccadilly because first of all, your food's right in front of you. Now, Texas Roadhouse is saying that their racism, food tampering allegations are 100% a hoax, is what they're saying. That Texas Roadhouse is addressing online assertions that employees are tampering with black diners' foods, calling the allegations a hoax and saying it is hiring a third-party firm to investigate them. In a now deleted social media post allegedly shared in a Facebook group called White and Proud, which first of all is crazy. A user named Nancy Smith said they worked at an unidentified Texas Roadhouse location or was in a pack with other white servers at the restaurant. While it's unclear whether the page that posted the message is real or a parody account, the user said in the post that some servers at both Texas Roadhouse and Logan's plan to lick their fingers and touch food before serving it to black diners. And listen, black people had their fingers licked and touched. Black people, parents, if you didn't grow up with a black parent and she didn't on your way to school and get that crust out of your eye, you didn't. Yeah, it's just lotion. It's just lotion.
See. But listen, let me get out of here, man. I had to pop in it real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I thank you so much for coming in, man. Y'all get the book, man. Winning Together by Pastor Shy and Rebecca is now available now. You got to go out there and make the millions, man, so he can't stay in here. Thanks so much, Pastor Shy. And it's shyandrebecca.com.
Shy and Becca.
Shy and Becca. Shyandbecca.com is where y'all got to go.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for popping in.
Man, we love you too, Doc.
And I'll try to be a little bit longer next week so we can talk about some things.
All right. It'll work.
All right.
That's Pastor Shy, man. Relationship Wednesdays with Pastor Shy. He comes out and he talks relationships real quick. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they are licking their fingers over there at Texas Roadhouse, you can't. First of all, I'm just gonna come from this perspective. If you grew up in Portsmouth and you went to the Airline Boulevard McDonald's, you've been risking your life for years anyway. If you went to the Effingham McDonald's, you've been risking your life anyway. You don't know what they got going on in there. You survived that. Your stomach has built up. Your stomach has been built up in a way that nothing can tear it down. Nothing can tear it down. Now, Billy D. Williams, what we will not have in here is Texas Roadhouse slander. No, that we're not going to have. Texas Roadhouse is an American institution. It is amazing. Those rolls are so delicious. So delicious. For you to come in here and say that you are not a fan of Texas Roadhouse is just ridiculous. And I will not have it. We will not have it, Toe. We will not have it, Toe. I have watched and listened from the mountains. We will not have it. All right, so now let's get into what else I wanted to talk about today. Sometimes you try to give a company the benefit of the doubt. You try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they still find a way to mess up. They still find a way to mess up. You give them every chance that you can. You never find that at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, they do it right every time. Chick-fil-A, every time they're gonna be right. They're not gonna get out there and make mistakes. Target went out here and they tore up again. Target just can't get it right. The Target is the can't get right of stores. Target is the can't get right of stores. In case you haven't been watching, in case you haven't been looking, Target is under fire. Target is under fire for racist advertising. Somebody in Target's marketing department allowed a picture to come up that should have never come up. And now they're apologizing and trying to act like they didn't mean anything. And if you haven't seen the picture, I'm going to tell y'all now, if you're sensitive, you may want to turn away. I don't want you to stop watching, but just turn away. This is what they put as the kids glow under black light, circus clown, Halloween costume, bodysuit, hide and eek, boutique. Only got 2 stars. What was this? What was this? Who said, oh yeah, let's do this? Now the picture on the left is the caricature that we all are aware of from blackface and times of that nature. We got a picture of Sambo in the middle. And this is the little boy. I've got problems with a lot of people. I got problems with a lot of people. First of all, who works for Target? Who works for Target? Because here's my thing. Anytime you have this kind of stuff happen, anytime that there's a marketing campaign, there is an entire marketing department where you have to run it by people. There are people that this has to run by. There's Tom, an accountant. Hey, Tom, you good? There's Joe in legal. There's a myriad of people who have to look at it. This is not something that you just wake up in the morning and be like, bam, we gone. We just putting it up. Hey, let's throw that out there. Nobody can tell me they looked at this and nobody said no. Second, I'm with Marche. I don't know what the check was. I don't know what they paid this young man. I don't know how much money the family got. But why did his mama say, yeah, we're doing this shoot? Who? Help me. Why did his mama say, yeah, we gonna go ahead and let that go? When he showed up for the shoot, he's like, hey man, listen, I got picked to be in a Target Halloween costume ad. And y'all was like, yes. We're all in. And you showed up and said, this is what you putting on. And the mom was like, oh yeah, that's cool. The daddy's like, This is why grandmamas are important. Because the grandmama wouldn't let that happen. You had to have, I'm going to tell you, I know in this era, we are in the year of our Lord 2026, you took a picture of this with your phone prior to it coming out at Target. And you still said, oh, no, we good. Let that run. That's the one we going with. Put this out there in the streets. That's the whole. I got problems with everybody. Now, unless you're telling me that's an AI person, that ain't even a real person behind it. It's just AI. All they did was take a picture of his face, and they can do whatever they want to with his image. That's the only way I can get a family any kind of kudos. But when he stood up there, it's the WB. When you stood up there and did that, come on, man. It's the WB. When you shuck and jived. Because not only did you shuck, you also jived. You did them both. I can't even go with young parents. Because even a young parent should know better. No amount of money in the world would approve my child marketing this. Well, at least I'm gonna have to call you out on it. I'm gonna have to say this. Listen here. $2 million. You don't know who that child is. $2 million. We took it. 10, maybe. 10 million, I'm also in it. Do you have it in adults? Now, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm just joking a little bit. But that is ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know where Pastor Jamal Bryant is. It might be Pastor Jamal Bryant's son. I don't know. Where is Pastor Jamal Bryant at on this? Now, this is the one I'm all in with. A lot of times I don't agree with people when they be like, we got to boycott, but at some point we got to just be like, man, we never doing Target again. And I say this after having an experience in Walmart that I just feel like wasn't the best. I was in Walmart the other day. My wife likes to do the oil changes at Walmart. Usually quick, efficient, inexpensive. So my wife's car to the Walmart to get it done. And she said, also make sure they rotate the tires. I said, yes, ma'am. I'll make sure they rotate the tires. I take my wife's car to the Walmart, take it back there. She made an appointment. The appointment was for 12:30 in the PM. I showed up at 12:28. There's no signage or anything. It's just lines that say enter. I pull up outside of one of the bays. I go inside to check in because that's where it is. It's on the inside. Pull up on the inside to check in. I asked the lady, I said, I need to get an oil change. I tell them, we got an appointment made and getting an oil change. I also want to get the tires rotated. She immediately took a deep breath. I don't like when people take deep breaths. When you take that deep breath, I'm concerned. Why is you breathing? I don't mind you breathing, but that deep breath makes me feel like I'm getting on your nerves by paying for a service. So I said, hey, I also need to get the tires rotated. Okay. So she sized me up for the oil change and tire rotation. And I asked the lady just out of concern, I want to know, they got a little waiting area, but I'm also in Walmart. I know that there's room to roam. I asked the young lady, I said, how long do you think this might take? Oh, I can't tell you that. And that I don't know. Man, it was the only question that I asked. I can't tell you that. Listen, you asked for the tire rotation. That in itself takes 40 minutes. Then you got an oil change too. I said, hey, I didn't know. Thought maybe you could do both of them at the same time. But all you could do is be like, hey, it's going to be at least an hour, maybe hour 15. I figured it'd go faster because I had appointment. Well, since it seemed to be troubling her, since it vexed her spirit so much, I just went ahead and walked through the Walmart. Walking through Walmart, picked up a few items, things that I needed, some that I didn't. My wife's complaining. You went in there, I didn't send you in there to go shopping, but there were some things that I needed. It took me a long time to find a hose in Walmart. You would think that the hose would be more prevalent in Walmart, but I couldn't find the hose. I need to spray some stuff at the house. A water hose. I'm sorry, I didn't put water before it. I couldn't find a water hose in Walmart, but I finally found them. They were nestled away in the corner. So I went ahead, paid for my stuff in Walmart, and I realized that there was a rumble in my tumble. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and grab something to eat. And the only thing that they had to eat in the Walmart is a Subway. And this is the only way that I will consciously eat at Subway if I have no other choice. I thought it through. I almost just went and bought me some lunch meat and some bread and made my own sandwich sitting in the back in that waiting room, but I thought that would be ghetto. So I went ahead and went to the Subway. I'm standing in line at Subway. I'm behind a lady. I saw her multiple times. The lady was back there, and she had a dog with her. And you dog lovers, y'all are who y'all are. Dog lovers, y'all are who y'all are. I realize that y'all are starting to get in more places. I just think it's ridiculous. She had her dog. She had blankets and stuff in there and had her dog in the cart. I'm not a fan, but she's in line at the Subway in front of me. Now, I don't do dogs. It's not my thing, especially not some strange dog. So I'm making sure I keep myself far, far from the dog. I'm next in line, but I've created a distance of about 100 feet. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Fluffy jumps out of there, I saw that one about tripping, Snoop. If Fluffy jumps out of there, I'm kicking Fluffy. If Fluffy jumps out of there, I'm kicking Fluffy. Because I'm 100 feet away. I'm not even close. I'm not inviting him to come in for a hug. So once he jumps out of there, at that point, he becomes an attack dog, and I'm going to punt him across the room. So as I'm standing there, lady from a guy, I see a guy and a lady sitting in the doorway in the little bench area. He waves, I give him a head nod. Then he starts saying something that I can't understand. And I didn't want to say yes or no. I was like, I don't understand. He says it again. So I say, let me walk over here. It could be somebody who follows my career. It could be any of those things. So let me go over here just to see what happens. And he begins telling me a story of need. I don't even know what his need was because he was kind of mumbling it. So I did have a couple of dollar bills in my pocket. One of the rare times I had cash on me. I reached in, and here's a mistake that was made. I usually try to keep all my ones on the top at all times. I didn't have the ones on top. I think I had a 20 on the top. So I had to peel the 20 back to get to the ones. I gave him like $4 in ones, to which his girlfriend was like, it's my birthday. And I was like, okay, merry birthday to you. It's not going to increase to $4. I go back and get in line at the Subway, still behind the dog still there. Now the lady has walked off. She's left the cart with the dog. She done walked off. Now the man comes walking over to me. The man that I just gave the $4 to comes walking over to me, and he said, hey, yo, big cuz. I didn't know we were related. I was unaware. I did not know that he was in my family. And he said, hey, yo, big cuz, really, dog, what we try to do is I'm trying to get a couple of outfits for me and my girl for her birthday. And I was appalled. Did you just come and ask me to buy y'all outfits? Did you come and ask me to clothe y'all? I was appalled. Now, my upbringing, the way that I live, I'm confused either way, because I can't even lie to you. I have a hard time in those situations not doing what the person asked me for, because I don't know, they be like, you may have entertained angels, and what you do to the least of them, you have done to me. So I don't know if this is the Lord coming to me and asking for an outfit. And then I don't know what Jesus would want to wear. I don't even know. This could be Jesus coming to me to ask for an outfit, and I don't know which one to get him. I just don't. And they had some Budweiser shirts in there. What if Jesus picked out a Budweiser shirt? Do I allow the angel to wear a Budweiser shirt? I'm confuzzled. I don't know what to do. I was in a Walmart in Chesapeake Square. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So I had to think quick. I told the young man, I said, hey, I got to get my food. After I eat, if y'all still sitting at the door, I can see what I got. He said, man, we don't really like sitting at the door too long, because then the police be coming, and I ain't on that type of time. So this is one time in my life where I was praying for the police. I was like, come on, police. I go and eat my food. When I come back out, he's gone. But I can't believe he asked me to get him and his girl an outfit for her birthday. Crazy world. Even with that, even having to go through that, even knowing that these are the Walmart experiences you're going to have, you still can't make me go back to Target and see this. Because this is wrong. Nobody in Target can justify this. Y'all, I hate interrupting my show, but I gotta have a whole nother conversation. Hon, hey dear. Hey, where you headed? To the doctor's office. In a sundress, hon?
Is there a attire?
We went over this yesterday.
We did. Is there a special attire?
We were like, some sweatpants, t-shirt, perfect. But now you look sassy. You look real sassy. You look nice, hon.
Well, thanks, dear.
You look fantastic, and I don't appreciate it. Huh?
Wait a minute. You don't appreciate me looking nice?
Not going to the doctor.
What?
What the doctor need to see? What the doctor need to see you in the sundress for?
If it helps, if it makes you feel better.
Uh-huh.
It's a lady doctor.
That don't mean nothing in the year of our Lord 2026.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, lady doctors be wanting it too. LeBaron said we stopped shopping at Target. My wife closed her Target card. But listen, LeBaron, you're not focusing on the right thing right now. Right now, the focus should be on why my wife is out here all scintillating going to the doctor's office. Why? Huh? Look at you. Hips and boobs and stuff.
I think they come with me.
I'm sick of it.
They still there with the t-shirt.
And they're not helping you. They're not helping you over here the live. They told her, you know, she ain't got no drawers on. She claims that she's wearing drawers. Oh, she said they ain't panties, they drawers. I don't understand what's going on. You know what? I'm going next time I go to the doctor, hon. Watch how short these shorts gonna be. You wait. Just, what they say in Hamilton? Just you wait. Yes, my wife said she believes in drawers, so she got on drawers. The doctor already seen it. That don't mean nothing, Michelle. You don't go in there all. Thank you, Louis. Gray sweatpants, hon. You can, but no, but you out here now in your little bodycon suit. Wait till it's time for me to go to the doctor again. You out there bodyconned all up. LeBaron said I need to do a slip check. If she ain't got no slip on, she ain't seeing. It's all right, hon. It's all right. I'm finna schedule me a doctor's appointment right now. I ain't even got no doctor to go to. I'm finna set me an appointment. Let me check my calendar to see what my next appointment is. Because it's about to be on, hon. You heard me? It's finna be on. Next time I go to this here doctor, let me find a doctor. I know I got a doctor's appointment coming up sooner or later. Just you wait. What's the problem? Cheeks. November the 20th. And it's going to be cold, and I'm still going in there. And why is you walking around with this hippo?
Y'all, this hippo was
you see what I got to deal with?
In the bed.
Honey, you took the hippo in the bathroom.
I did not. I was in the shower.
I don't even know where this hippo. Hey, why do you smell good?
What am I supposed to smell like? You said that yesterday. What am I supposed to smell like, honey?
Y'all here with purple hippos. The purple hippo just be everywhere. And purple hippo, she got on the bodysuit with her cheeks cheeking. And she going to the doctor. I'm sick of it. I'm tired.
With you later.
But then you put that on later. You don't put it on now.
My doctor appointment is late.
Yeah, thank you, Snoop. Snoop said put some clothes on. I am focused. You threw me off focus with your hips and boobs all over the place. Just boobing and stuff. Y'all pray for me. Don't worry about it. I'm going to the doctor, huh? And I'm going to accentuate my assets. Well, next time I go to the doctor, I'm accentuating my assets. Watch how I go. Huh? I am focused, hon. It don't make no sense. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go play pickleball. I wish I could find, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do, hon. I'm putting my little tennis shorts on and go play pickleball. Huh? Y'all see what I'm dealing with over here? Y'all be thinking it's me. Y'all always think it's me. Y'all always think it's me, but it don't be me. It don't be me. It be her. And you know I'm telling the truth because how high my voice went. It be her. It be her. It be her. Hey, man, we had a good time in here on the show today, man. We always do, man. Make sure y'all tell somebody to tune into the show. If y'all don't, I'm going to just start canceling the show altogether. I'm like, the word of the day is devolve. Devolve. When something devolves, it gradually changes to a worse state or condition. Devolve. 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 Anytime you got the word, the prefix D, it's usually a negative. Like destroy, deteriorate. You got to get that Latin in your system. You start learning that Latin, you'll get it. But devolve is the word for the day. DEVOLVE. I'm going. I'm putting on some, I don't even own it. That's the problem. I need to start buying this stuff. I don't even own any booty shorts, but I'm gonna find some in there to wear the pickleball today. I'm gonna find me some booty shorts. And she gonna see how it feels. I'm going out there when the hoochie daddy is of all shorts. I'm putting my hoochie in my daddy in my hoochie or something. Y'all have a fantastic day, man. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Y'all know how it is. I say it every time, but I mean it. I say it because I mean it. Everybody have a great day today. Make somebody feel good today. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Have an amazing day. I can't wait until next time we together and I'm in little teeny shorts. I'm out, y'all. Oh, check me out tonight. I forgot. Wait, no, don't do it. Not yet. Check me out tonight. Tonight I am at Taylor Smoke. My man Lawrence, DJ Lawrence is on the 1s and 2s. Today's gonna be something different. All I'm gonna say is there will be index cards involved. So anytime there's index cards involved, you know it's about to be a wild time. Anytime you can involve index cards, you know it's about to be a wild time. So I'm at Taylor Smoke in Newport News, 605 Pilot House Drive in Newport News, Virginia. Come out and hang with your boy, man. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. It is going to be audience participation, but not crowd work. It's audience participation, not crowd work. So y'all will figure it out when y'all get there, man. But I want y'all to come out, put some jokes in the air. I do have an opening act, man. My man Derek Brooks, he's gonna be out there opening the show up. It's just gonna be a good time, man. I can't wait to see. And I know all of y'all ain't coming. I know that. But y'all just come on out there. Y'all come on out. Everybody that can, come on out. Put some jokes in the air. That's tonight, 605 Pilot House Drive in Newport News. Come on out. Check out your boy. All right, I'm out. Until next time. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah, yeah.